Facebook's advertising platform is arguably the most powerful and targeted advertising platform out there. Its vast database of billions of data points on all of us, even those who don't use Facebook, can be utilised to create extremely targeted ad campaigns. Of course, this has received a fair amount of scrutiny in the media recently, with Cambridge Analytica being a very prominent example of how the data was used for the worse. The data field has become so rich and Facebook's AI targeting has become so intelligent that you can now see an ad for something you're interested in on Facebook with shocking accuracy. Have you ever been meaning to buy something or discuss something with a friend and within the same day you see a relevant ad pop up on your Facebook newsfeed? Well, if it's an ad for a company you've never purchased from before or never interacted with before, then often the reason you're seeing the ad is due to an AI-powered lookalike audience. Lookalike audiences are one of Facebook's most powerful audience targeting tools, which go far beyond the simple method of finding a niche audience and targeting it. Lookalike audiences manage to find the niche in people rather than the people in the niche. So let's explain exactly what a lookalike audience is and how it understands what you want to buy, sometimes before you even know. Advertisers using the Facebook ad platform upload their current customer database. Usually this is in the form of email addresses and phone numbers of every customer who's ever ordered from them. Once uploaded, Facebook scans through each individual email address and attempts to match it with an email address of an existing user on Facebook, for example, the one they signed up with. Facebook will usually find a match 50 to 80% of the advertiser's database, so Facebook knows exactly who those matched customers are, their full profiles and all of their activity on their platform. And this is something they've managed to do just with either their email address or their phone number. Now that the advertiser has matched a custom audience on Facebook with at least 1,000 people, they can use that audience as a seed to create the lookalike audience. This is where the AI magic and Facebook's huge data set comes into play. Firstly, Facebook's data engine scours every profile within the customer audience and looks for similar data points or similar trends amongst those users. For example, it may discover that 80% of the customers are male. It may discover that 60% of them age between 21 and 30. And 75% of them appear to be in long-term relationships. This is all simple profile data that each user has willingly submitted in order to create their profile. But it doesn't stop there. Facebook can dig deeper by looking at interactions, image uploads and places visited. For example, it may find that customers tend to like images and videos involving sport. They may follow many football related pages, they have uploaded images that contain a football field, or have visited and tagged themselves in football stadiums across the country. Suddenly, Facebook's AI is able to paint a very clear picture of general characteristics and interests of those customers. It's able to then take those learnings and data points in order to discover other users on Facebook who have similar data patterns and look alike to the existing customers. In summary, Facebook's AI is profiling and then seeking similar people all in a matter of minutes to the scale of millions of people per lookalike audience. Advertisers can also choose the scale of how similar the new lookalike audience is to their existing customers, on a scale of 1% to 10% of the population on Facebook within any given country. For example, if an advertiser chooses the first 1% who appear to be most like their customers in the UK, then this audience will consist of 420,000 people. Finally, the last step for the advertiser is to select the newly created lookalike audience, choose an ad to deliver to it, and then set a budget. Once approved, usually within minutes, ads will begin to deliver to those users on Facebook who have just been placed into their lookalike audience by Facebook's AI, but they've never actually purchased or seen the advertiser before. That's how Facebook's lookalike audiences know what you want to buy before you do. A little while ago, Facebook rolled out a different kind of lookalike audience. a value-based lookalike audience, and it has since begun to push this type of lookalike as the default option. So to explain what a value-based lookalike audience is, let's go back to a time when they didn't exist and advertisers only had the choice of a basic lookalike audience. Advertisers like myself would create lookalike audiences based on our existing customer database in order to find new customers who were very similar to our existing customers. That's all well and good, and it often produced great results. Of course, as advertisers, we wanted more. When you have a large customer database, you can usually split the customers into 4 varying segments of profitability. They are usually something along the lines of this. High value customers. These customers tend to return very frequently and consistently buy more from your business and usually spend a great deal of money. Semi-regular customers. These customers return fairly frequently, spend a consistent amount each time and produce a steady, stable revenue stream. Lapsed customers. These customers were once either high value or semi-regular customers, but have since not purchased in a while, and therefore they have lapsed. One-time purchases. These customers will purchase once from you and never return again. This type of customer is usually driven by a deal or offer such as Black Friday and has no intention to be a regular customer. As advertisers, we always want to drive new customers that fall into the high value or semi-regular segments, as these have the strongest lifetime value for the business. So instead of creating lookalike audiences from all customers, we would extract the high value and semi-regular segments only and create a lookalike from those customers. Essentially telling Facebook, these are the type of people that we like and we want more of them, so go find them. What we're doing here is exactly what value-based lookalike audiences now do, but automatically with AI. A value-based lookalike audience is again built from your existing customer database, but this time with a value alongside each customer's identifier. So, for example, you will upload your existing customers' email addresses and phone numbers, as you usually would. You will also upload the amount they have spent with you since they've been a customer. So for example, this person has spent £1,000, this person 600, this person 200, and this person 50. Clearly you can see the high value to low value customers. Facebook's AI tools will then harvest this data and begin to build out segments within its lookalike audience which recognizes what a high value customer looks like compared to what a low value one-time purchaser looks like. And it will create that lookalike audience filled with new people based on that data. Once you release ads to this lookalike audience, Facebook will actively choose to bid higher for the people it deems a closer lookalike to your high value customers and will bid lower for the low value customers. This gives Facebook the flexibility and information to generate a greater return on your ad spend. One thing to note when building these value-based lookalike audiences is to not try and trick Facebook by only uploading your high value customers. Doing so will only limit the lookalike audience's ability to reach people and generate sales. This is because Facebook's ad platform is an auction, and at times your budget and bid may not be high enough to always bid for the potential high value customers. If you upload all customer data, then Facebook still has the option to bid lower to go after your one-time purchases, therefore still generating revenue. Over the years, I've tested multiple value-based lookalike audiences against standard lookalike audiences. Using the same seed customer audience and ads, usually the CPMs are often higher on a value-based lookalike, and almost 100% of the time they outperform the standard lookalike audience on ROAS. Therefore, I would recommend only ever running value-based lookalike audiences, and this is especially true if your business sells a range of products or services with a significant difference in price. If you liked this video and want to see more, then please gently tap that like button and leave a comment below. It helps the YouTube algorithm to push my videos with every like and comment I get, so I would greatly appreciate it as I'm trying to build my channel. I also read all the comments, so if there's something you'd like me to make a video on, then let me know. If there's enough requests for something, I'll make it. Also, I will be releasing a video once a week from now on, so if you'd like to see my next videos in your feed, then please hit the subscribe button and you'll be able to see what's coming next. It's worth it, I would subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'm looking forward to next time.